All right, friends, so we are here to talk about Eureka, Grade 5, Module 4, Lesson 7, specifically talking about the learning target of I can multiply fractions by fractions. Of course, remember to pause and rewind as you need, so that way you can have appropriate understanding. And of course, make sure you have something to write on and write with. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. If I'm looking at 3/5 of 35, so I know that 35 is my total, or in terms of that's what I'm taking 3/5 of, and I'm working with fifths, so I'm going to go ahead and split my 35 into fifths. So I have 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5. Well, how much would be in 1/5? Well, 35 divided by 5 would give me 7. So 7 is going to be 1/5 of 35. So 7 in this fifth, 7 in this fifth, 7 in this fifth, 7 in this fifth, and 7 in this fifth. And that makes sense because I have 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, still working with that total of 35. All right, now I want 3 of them, it tells me, from my numerator. So how much would 3/5 of this be? Well, if 7 is 1/5 of 35, then 3/5 is going to be 21, because 7, 7, and 7 is 21. Remember, you can always pause. That way you can make sure that you have everything down. Moving on, let's now look at this one. So now I have 3/4 of 24. So I'm working with 24, I'm working with fourths, so let's go ahead and do fourths. How much would 1/4 of 24 be? Well, it would be 6. Remember, fractions are equal parts, so if 1/4 is 6, that means that all of my fourths are 6, and I want 3 of them. So 1/4 of 24 is 6, so 3/4 of 24, what's that going to be? That's going to be 18, because I have 6, 6, and 6, which gives me 18. 6, 12, 18. Let's do one last one. What if I had 1/3 of 17? Now this one's a little bit trickier, because what is 17 divided by 3? If I was to set up my tape diagram and try to get that. Well, I can't do that. 3, it's not going to be even. So this is where we get into those improper fractions. So I know that I can go ahead and I know it's going to be 17/3, because I'm splitting 17 into 3. Remember, this is a review from before. So since 17/3 is an improper fraction, I'm going to go ahead and break it down. How many times can 3 go into 17 without going over? Well, that would be 5, because I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So that's going to take up 15/3, which means I'm going to have 2/3 left over. So each of these would be 5 and 2/3. All right, friends, remember to pause and rewind as you need to make sure that you have appropriate understanding. And when you're ready, go ahead and move on to your practice.